I'm sure he must have said that because he must have looked at these numbers for the last so many years. The unemployment rate in the state stood at around 16% in 2019. Most importantly, the unemployment rate and jobless rate with the women stood at around 60% in the valley. And the negative trade balance in 2016-17 stood at almost 17,000 crores. And the fiscal deficit in 2018 and 19 stood at 6.5%, which is growing. So he must have seen all these numbers, and that's the reason he must have said the youth should be taking the advantage of this or responsibility of this to bring the state of Jammu and Kashmir and now the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh out of this whole unemployment problem and as well as a trade deficit problem. The answer that has been given by the central government was the 15th Finance Commission has recommended that the 1% of the state's share in the taxes will be decreased and it will be given to the Jammu and Kashmir and as well as Ladakh. Sir, we love Jammu and Kashmir. We want a state to develop. We want everything to happen. But taking a 1% share out of a state share and giving it to 3 union territories, which a state like Andhra Pradesh is really struggling right now with a deficit budget, taking it out of that. And not only Andhra Pradesh, and most of the South Indian states are struggling. So please have the same sort of love towards states like Andhra Pradesh as well, which has a deficit. And Telangana and Orissa is also seconding me that. So please have the same love towards us as well. With regards to the unemployment and with regards to the trade deficit, the unemployment we can look at the horticulture and as well as handicrafts, which was almost a yearly turnover of 1,200 crores in the valley. And most importantly, the horticulture, it comes to apples and walnuts. Almost 77% of the apple and 90% of walnut production is happening in the Jammu and Kashmir area. But I wish to see in the years to come that not only the horticulture, we are giving almost 790 crores this year has been budgeted for the horticulture development in the valley. I hope not just the production, but at the same time, the investments are made on the food processing as well. So in years to come, just like how we see in Andhra Pradesh, where a coffee from Araku is being spread across the world, just like that, I wish to see a walnut company doing a food processing from Jammu and Kashmir and exporting it to other places in India and other places in the world as well. I hope that will happen and that will create some sort of employment as well. And Jammu and Kashmir has the advantage of climate. I hope the ministry will take care of the animal husbandry and sheep breeding as well. When it comes to the unemployment issue, 5 lakh people are directly employed in the tourism sector, but somehow 50 to 60% of the total population of Jammu and Kashmir is directly or indirectly depending on the hospitality and tourism or ancillary units, sir. But somehow, in the last year or so, if you look at it, the number of tourists that are going to the Jammu and Kashmir is coming down because of the security issues and everything. But it's good to see that the allocation of budgets has been high, is 847 crores with regards to the capital expenditure and everything. I hope that something, when we're investing so much money from the kitty, I hope something will come out of it. For that to happen, the first thing is the safety of the valley has to be improved. And the second thing is, as Mr. Altaf Bukhari, Jammu and Kashmir Apna Party has been mentioning that the tourism trade has taken a big hit in the absence of high-speed mobile network and internet services for businesses, including tour and travel operators, charter accounts. Everything has been affected. He has been mentioning that. I hope those things will be taken into account because the tourism sector is one of the highest employment generator in the valley, sir. And coming to the Honorable Minister has been mentioning with a lot of pride that no other place has 2 aims, but only Jammu and Kashmir has 2 aims. I congratulate on that. And a lot of education, a lot of money has been allocated for the education as well as health and medical education as well. Almost 1,500 crores has been allocated to that, sir. I wish at least 10% of the seats in these education institutions are reserved for the people who are forced to migrate from the valley to other places like Delhi and other places. I hope 10% will be reserved for them so that they can take advantage of all the investments that we are making. And the Public Works Department, Housing, Urban Development and Rural Development all put together, we are almost giving a budget of around 4,000 crores to the state of to Jammu and Kashmir, sir. But the thing is, with this 4,000 crores, I hope some employment can be generated. But what's more disheartening to see is, for the employment to be generated, some sort of technical education, some sort of youth empowerment has to happen. But when you look at the budget, only 49 crores has been allocated for the technical education, which doesn't correspond both. Because one side you're investing so much on the infrastructure projects and everything, but on the other side you're not investing so much money into the technical education, so that youth there can be empowered and later on they can take the jobs there. So all these whatever 4,000 crores or whatever it is invested into the capital, into the building, all these projects, most of these jobs will eventually, or most of these projects will eventually go to the people that are outside Jammu and Kashmir. So it won't be a win-win situation for the people of Jammu and Kashmir, sir.